E. Martin in the house. I'm with my 3 of my 4 crazy daughters. There's Shy. Say hey, what's up, Shy? All right, Jasmine. What up, baby girl? And Z Low in his house. All right, so I'm turning it, and this is their dad. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but anyway, we are at the Cheesecake Factory, putting it in, and I don't get to hang out with these sisters too often because they all grown now, and they don't like hanging out with me like they did when they was little.
That is not true.
So
that is not the reason.
That's not the reason.
Do not be lying to the internet like that.
Y'all ain't grown.
But we
Not
are
true.
grown, but not too
Y'all-
grown for you.
Not too grown for your dad. All right, well, that makes me feel better. All right, we gonna put it away though, ladies? We gonna put it in? All right. I love you all, and I just wanted to holler at you. Peace. Millennials and Gen Z, what's happening? Welcome to Sharing My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. Another live stream, Millennials and Gen Z. What's going on with you? What's good? How you doing? All right. Just checking in on you, making sure all is well, praying that the family's doing well, babies are doing well, and all those good things. We are here for another live stream, Millennials and Gen Z. Yeah, we are. In today's live stream, we're going to be talking about skill set, what it looks like and what it represents. Sharing My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. I am 59 years of age. I am a girl dad of 4 adult daughters, 36, 30, 27, and 24. All baby girls, all amazing women, all handling their business. So brother's proud. Yes, Uncle E is proud of his baby girls. Hey, to my Spanish speakers, bienvenidos. Aquí. ¿Cómo te sientes hoy? Gracias. Spanish speakers are welcome. Okay? So, we got another live stream going on today, Millennials and Gen Z. And we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be sharing my wisdom with you today, talking about skill set, what it looks like and what it represents. So what is a skill set? Well, what I've learned in my lifetime, your skill set or your set of skills that you've acquired over your life, that should be transferable, right? And you should be able to go into pretty much any environment and use your skill set, right? So like, for instance, I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and economics, okay? I worked in the criminal justice system for 20 years. I worked with children. I've been a certified paralegal since 1984. I was a paralegal in the United States Marine Corps. So I'm a legal researcher, right, by trade. And after about 20 years, I took my skill set and went into K-12 education for a decade. I was a teacher, restorative justice coordinator, and dean of students. So my skill set has always been transferable. And I got accepted to law school in the year 2000. I never went, though, because my girls were little and would require me being away from my daughters for extended periods of time. So I passed on law school, but I did get accepted, and I feel blessed, but I never went. And when I take a look at my skill set, I've got one hell of a skill set. I've never been unemployed, right? I've been working since I was 8 years of age. In the 1970s, when I was 8 years of age in 1973, I started pumping gas. When I actually started paying taxes to the government, I was 14. So I've been paying taxes for about 44 years. And we'll continue to, because, the government, that's what they do. If you don't, eventually the IRS will search you down, find you down, and come for you. I don't play with the IRS. Not to be dealt with or played with. So I'm good. But yes, I've never been unemployed. Grace of God first and foremost. Okay, all honor goes to the glory of God. And like I said, my skill set, it's transferable. Wherever I've gone, I've always done what I wanted to do in my lifetime. My education has always paid off. So when I think about my skill set, I've worked in 2 industries that were 100%. Hear me out, Millennials and Gen Z. They were 100% recession proof, right? And a lot of us found out jobs that weren't recession proof when the pandemic hit in 2020. The one thing I learned early in my career is that the criminal justice system, very, very broad, right? Very, very broad. K-12 education, very, very broad. So when you're working with people in the criminal justice system and you're working with children, we always gotta have education. So that means you always have to have teachers. You always have to have professionals that are working with children. Same thing in the criminal justice system. We can work with adults. You can work with agencies, city, county, state, federal agencies. You can go into probation. You can go into parole. You can become an attorney. You can become a caseworker. You can become a social worker. It's just very, very broad. So I made sure when I went to college that I wanted to major in, and I always planned ahead. I majored in criminal justice and economics because I always wanted to make sure that if something happened to my baby girls and they needed me, I was going to be able to take off from my job and handle the business. So it always worked out for me in those two industries, the criminal justice system and K-12 education. So we're going to get into, I made a video from TikTok. I get all my, when I do research, I love social media because social media, young people, millennials and Gen Z, you share your lives pretty much with the world, right? So I take that information and I make videos and we're going to discuss, work ethic. And all of my videos that I'm using on my live streams, I go to TikTok because for me, TikTok is a library of wealth of information and education because you share your lives with the world. A lot braver than I would ever do, but hey, I believe in privacy. So, I get all my information and I do the research on TikTok. I download the videos and I re-upload them. And I create a video. This particular video we're going to share today, let me see how long it is. It is about, it's a little over 12 minutes. So it's going to be a real good video. And like I said, I enjoy the research. I'm a legal researcher by trade. So I love it. Love to research, love the legal research. I can research anything, find anything, do background checks. I can do it all. So very, very blessed. Okay. Before we get into these videos, before we get into the video, Millennials Gen Z, I want to take you to my Share My Wisdom podcast YouTube channel. Let me get this set up. Hold on a second. Want to be able to share the screen with you all. So let me get that ready. There we go. Okay. So here we are. This is my YouTube channel, Share My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. And the reason we're going here is every week before I even get started, I want to take you through, I've written 23 ebooks that I sell. Okay. They go hand in hand with Share My Wisdom podcast, what I do and what I'm sharing with you millennials and Gen Z. So I want to take you to the website where we're going to just take a quick look at the ebooks and you can see exactly what a brother's doing and how he gets down. So when you go to Share My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E, my YouTube channel, if you go to more, click on it. And then this is my About Me, the description on YouTube. And then if you look at these links, if you go down to Share My Wisdom podcast ebooks, click on that. Let me make sure that that's where we're at. Okay, yes, there we are. And these are my ebooks. Okay. I have 23 ebooks total that I sell. 22 of them are $7 a piece. And then I have one it's an actual self-published book on Amazon.com. It's called Daddy's Girls, A Father's How-To in Building Lifelong Relationships with Our Daughters. In that particular book, I have another YouTube channel called Daddy's Girls. It's another YouTube channel, and I work with fathers of daughters. So let's take a look at my ebooks. These are all my ebooks here. Okay, they're $7 a piece. Just going to share them with you. Okay, these are my ebooks, and like I said, they go hand in hand with my YouTube channel, right? So I sell them for $7 a piece, or I've put all 22 ebooks together for $100. And if you purchase all 22 for $100, you save about $50. instead of purchasing them singularly. Okay, so I've made it available to you and for you, millennials and Gen Z. So I just wanted to share that with you. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, millennials and Gen Z. So we're going to dive into this video, and we're going to be talking about work ethic. Okay, and then I also pulled a great article that I want to share with you talking about work ethic and the pillars of work ethic. As far as I'm concerned, in my mind, you either have good work ethic or you don't, right? And I've learned that over the years. I've come across a lot of people that are just lazy, don't want to work, don't want to put in the work, but always want to be rewarded. Work ethic is not something you can teach. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't have good work ethic, you're going to have a very, very challenging life. Very, very challenging. So with that being said, millennials and Gen Z, let's jump into this video. Let me get it set up for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, millennials and Gen Z, work ethic. Here we go.
My favorite question to ask in job interviews is, how can I be guaranteed to be involved in projects that are critical to the strategic future of this organization? That question immediately changes their perspective of you, because then it's not just what your skill set is for this particular job. Maybe they got a job for you in the mail, but you want to be the head of the division. Like, you're telling them, look, I want to advance everybody's life here. I want to play in a big game. I want to be with the people that are at the highest levels of performance in your company, and I want to move everybody forward. With that one question.
So I know that I normally post things about real estate, but I wanted to post this article because I came across it today. I am an introvert, and I struggled a long time in figuring out who I was and why I was so different. So this article discusses 4 highly coveted skills that sets introverts apart. Like introverts, we rock. The first skill set is that we think more. We have more activity in our frontal lobes, where analysis and rational thoughts take place. The second skill set is that we focus longer. We introverts are more willing than extroverts to put in the hours to master a skill. The third skill set that introverts have is that we are typically gifted in a specific field. Research shows that 70% of gifted people are introverts. Our fourth skill set is that we do the right thing. Our inner moral compass really drives us. So that means that we don't succumb to peer pressure. So if you're an introvert and these skill sets describe you, I would love to know your thoughts. Drop a comment below.
Did you know that conflict resolution is a competency and not a skill? So communication, that's a skill. Listening is a skill. And believe it or not, empathy is a skill. But conflict resolution and conflict management, these require mastery of multiple skills. So you have to do all of those things and more reasonably well in order to solve problems. And this is why when people say to me, Ryan, I want you to help me build my conflict resolution skills, the first question I ask them is, well, which one? You want to communicate more clearly, listen more deeply, connect authentically? You want to manage your timing, regulate your emotions more effectively? Like, which skill are we talking about? Because you need to know which skill you're struggling with, and you need to build that skill up individually before trying to combine it to resolve conflict. If you're great at communicating, but you're a terrible listener or you have zero empathy, your conflict resolution skills will probably be trash. So get clear on where you're struggling most and start reinforcing that one skill area. Get really good at it and then combine it with other skills that you're already good at. That's how you build your conflict resolution competency.
This is the difference between hard skills and soft skills with examples. Let's get into it. So I want to start off with soft skills because the majority of people list soft skills in their skills section on their resume, which is not necessary. And you're about to see why. So soft skills are abilities that help you work with other people. They include your personality, responsibility, attitude, and motivation. Soft skills in general are basically like opinions, and they're not able to be proven. These are things like communication, problem solving, time management, decision making, leadership, negotiation, organization, teamwork, creativity, and flexibility. Versus hard skills, which are learned abilities you have gained through formal education, certification programs, and on the job training. So these are things that you are able to prove that you can do. They're quantifiable. Hard skills are things like software development, degrees and certificates, artificial intelligence, networking and wireless, SEO, SEM marketing, business analysis, foreign language, machine learning, cybersecurity, data analysis, etc. It's better to list your hard skills in your skills section rather than your soft skills, because it's important to remember that people are skimming your resume. They're not reading it word for word. So if you highlight your hard skills in the skills section, it's more impressive because these things are quantifiable. They have to be learned. They have to be taught. You still want to highlight the fact that you have soft skills, but how you do that is by highlighting them throughout your bullet points. So both of these need to be mentioned throughout your resume. However, the hard skills need to be highlighted in the skills section, and the soft skills should go in the bullet points.
Here's 10 skills to learn, but once you learn them, they'll pay off forever. Number 1, speaking up. Number 2, having confidence. Number 3, listening wisely. Number 4, managing your time. Number 5, stop all of that whining. Number 6, being honest with yourself. Number 7, staying present in the moment. Number 8, being consistent. Consistency is the key to success. Number 9, get some rest, get enough sleep. And number 10, having empathy, always.
Can you name a female CEO?
Yeah, me. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. I'm the host of the #1 business podcast for women in the world. I'm a Forbes 30 Under 30 recipient, and I've helped 5 million women save money, pay off debt, start investing, and start businesses. So I'm that big.
If you're a drug dealer, your business may be immoral or unethical, but you're not dumb. You actually might just be a genius. A drug dealer is illegal and immoral as a business, but they understand import, export, finance, marketing, wholesale, retail, customer service, security, territory, logistics. And if you're a gang leader, you're a frustrated union organizer. So you're a drug dealer, you're an entrepreneur. You just don't understand your greatness. If you're a gang member, you're really an organizer. You understand your greatness. The NASCAR came out of moonshine running in the Appalachian Mountains. That's poor white. If they can find their legitimacy, we can find ours. So if you can't go get a job because you got a public record, because you maybe done something that was considered illegal or was illegal, you can still become an entrepreneur. Maybe you can't go cash a check at IBM, but you can write a check and become the new IBM. Become a small business owner. Go to 1MBB, 1 Million Black Business Initiative, 1MBB.org, or go to OperationHope.org, sign up with my financial coach, and change your life.
One of the things that I want to share with my ladies is that you want to always remain in your feminine energy. You can be in the conference room table and lead a meeting. You can also run an organization, but you can do it in your feminine energy. You don't have to be masculine. I see this a lot where women would walk up to a door, a man would try to open the door and they're like, oh no, I got it. And it's like, no, allow him to open the door for you, right? When you're in the presence of a man, allow a man to be a man. Although I'm in this position, I still stay soft. So again, ladies, in the world that's hard, always stay soft.
I just wanted to say, I see a lot of female CEOs and bosses, and I think that's brilliant. But one thing that needs to be abundantly clear is that a lot of times these female CEOs have husbands or partners or a man in their lives that is helping them fund their dreams. So if you are a young girl watching this and thinking, God, how do I start a business? What do I do? What you need to realize that behind the scenes, they may have a man that's taken care of all their basic life essentials. And as a result, they have the luxury of being able to pursue their dreams rather than just pursuing a job that will pay the bills. And because they've got that luxury of time and investment, they can then take over the world. But don't feel like you're behind because you can't do that by yourself, because a lot of the times it's not by themselves.
Once a woman gives up financial independence to a mate, it's over.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared, because if you're not prepared, then you're stuck. And more women have to accept lifestyles that are unpleasant because they are financially stuck. So if you're smart, you teach your daughters, teach your granddaughters, everybody has to have something that they're good at where they can earn a living.
The best way to gain new skills without disrupting your current job routine would be to ask for additional responsibilities, presuming you're doing the ones that you're assigned really, really well. Also to ask to be put on a special project that you might hear about, and sell yourself on why you're the best person to do it and your objective that you want to gain some of these new skills. Remember, your manager or leader should be supporting your growth and development. So asking them specifically for that shouldn't in any way be a threat to you wanting to leave them, but simply getting better at what you do.
In order to build a successful business, you need to get good at sales.
Yes.
You need to get good at marketing, and they're not the same thing. And you need to get good at brand building. So I'm going to define those three things. I believe that selling is uncovering the value you have so well that people are happy to exchange the money they have in their pocket for the value you've revealed. So selling is not talking people into buying something they don't want, don't need, and can't afford.
Right.
Selling is making something available to people that they've been looking for anyway. And you
Right.
just uncover, I've got this thing you value. And when they value your transformation, the transformation of your product, your service, your opportunity, when they value that more than they value the money, then the money is, it's easy to pay the money.
Okay, Millennials and Gen Z. Feel free to leave your comments. Feel free to leave your comments. And would appreciate hearing from you, seeing what your thoughts are and what you're thinking about my live streams for Sharing My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. And before I give you some of my very own wisdom, I want to take a look at this article that I do a lot of research, man. I do a lot of research on all the social media platforms. I do a lot of research with research with studies and data collection. So because I'm a legal researcher, I'm just used to researching. And there's such an abundance of information that it's just amazing to me how I've always considered myself a student to be in school, always. Even when I was, a professional in my professions. I'm always in school. I'm always learning. I can learn from anyone. So I've always prided myself on that. And yeah, it's research is amazing. And in order for anyone to defend their position, you have to be able to research. You have to be able to come with facts, not opinions, but facts, and be able to defend your position, right? So I want to take a look at this article that I pulled, and I'm going to read it off to you. Let me get it ready. Let's see. Okay. This article is called, "What is Work Ethic and Why is it Important for Success?" Right? And I read this article about 5 times. Great article. Very, very good article. So I just want to share with you, Millennials and Gen Z. Work ethic is a set of values guiding professional behavior, encompassing integrity, responsibility, quality, discipline, and teamwork. It's crucial for success as it drives productivity, fosters employee satisfaction, and enhances a company's reputation, thereby contributing to individual and organizational achievements. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Yes. As HR professionals and SMB employers, you are often faced with the challenge of fostering a culture that values and promotes strong work ethic. This article aims to shed light on the concept of work ethic. It's important in how it can be cultivated and maintained in the workplace. What is work ethic? The concept of work ethic involves a set of principles, values, and beliefs that influence how individuals behave and make decisions in their professional lives. It directly affects productivity, job satisfaction, and the overall reputation of a company. According to a recent survey conducted by Zipdo, an astonishing 83% of employees view work ethic as a highly important trait in their coworkers. This data highlights the significance of work ethic in today's work environment. The 5 pillars of work ethic. Work ethic is built on 5 key elements, from integrity to discipline and teamwork. Work ethic sets the way for a proper and successful work environment. Check the list below. Number 1, integrity. Integrity. This involves being honest, ethical, and reliable in all professional dealings. It is about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. How to achieve it? Be honest and ethical in all your dealings. Keep your promises and be reliable. Number 2, responsibility. This involves taking ownership of one's actions and decisions and being accountable for the outcomes. How to achieve it? Take ownership of your actions and decisions. Be accountable for the outcomes. Number 3, quality. This involves striving for excellence and taking pride in one's work. How to achieve it? Strive for excellence in your work. Take pride. Key. Take pride in what you do, Millennials and Gen Z. Discipline. This involves showing commitment, perseverance, and self-control in achieving one's goals. How to achieve it? Show commitment and perseverance in achieving your goals. Exercise self-control. Teamwork. This involves working effectively with others to achieve common goals. How to achieve it? Work effectively with others. Be cooperative and supportive. These elements are not just theoretical constructs. They are values that have been endorsed by thought leaders and executives alike. Top work ethic skills you need to look for. In the professional world, individuals with a strong work ethic possess certain qualities that set them apart. These characteristics, often referred to as the hallmarks of good work ethic, are highly valued by employers and contribute to long-term success. Here are some key traits. Reliability. Individuals with a strong set of values are known for their dependability. They consistently meet deadlines, fulfill commitments, and can be counted on to complete tasks efficiently and effectively. Their reliability installs trust and confidence in both colleagues and superiors. Dedication. Those with strong work ethic are deeply committed to their work. They go above and beyond to achieve excellence and are willing to put in the extra effort when needed. They are motivated by their passion for their profession and take pride in producing high quality results. Next one, initiative. Individuals with a strong work ethic are proactive and take initiative in their roles. They don't wait for instructions or guidance, but instead actively seek out opportunities to contribute and make a difference. They are self-starters who are always looking for ways to improve and take on new challenges. Professionalism. Professionalism, strong work ethic is often associated with professionalism. Individuals with this trait conduct themselves in a manner that reflects well on their organization. They maintain a positive attitude, communicate effectively, and treat others with respect and courtesy. They understand the importance of representing their company in a positive light. Adaptability. Those with strong work ethic are adaptable and flexible in their approach to work. They can easily adjust to changing circumstances, handle unexpected challenges, and embrace new technologies or processes. Their willingness to adapt ensures they can continue to perform at a high level regardless of the circumstances. Accountability. This is huge. Individuals with a strong work ethic take responsibility for their actions and outcomes. They don't make excuses or shift blame onto others. Instead, they own up to their mistakes, learn from them, and strive to improve. They understand that accountability is essential for personal and professional growth. Time management. Those with a strong work ethic are skilled in managing their time effectively. They prioritize tasks, set realistic goals, and are able to meet deadlines without sacrificing quality. They understand the value of time and strive to maximize productivity in their workday. Benefits of solid work ethics. A strong set of values benefits organizations in several ways. It leads to increased productivity as employees with strong work ethic are more likely to be dedicated and committed to their work. According to a Taylor and Francis paper, employees with a strong work ethic identify better themselves and even influence sick days and return to office issues. This not only boosts productivity, but also reduces costs for the organization. A strong work ethic also improves employee morale. When employees see that their efforts are recognized and valued, they are more likely to feel satisfied and motivated. Moreover, a company with strong work ethic is likely to enjoy a better reputation, which can attract top talent and customers. Okay, so Millennials and Gen Z. That is the article that I wanted to share with you, right? And now I want to give you some of my own wisdom. God's been good to me. I've been blessed my entire life. I've raised 4 adult daughters. They're all professional women. They're all amazing women. And I'm blessed, right? I've never taken anything for granted in my life. I've always approached my life with a sense of urgency. And I've always structured my life with a sense of urgency. So when it comes to work ethic, I was in the United States Marine Corps. I am a United States Marine Corps veteran. So when I went in the Marine Corps at 18 years of age, the reason I went in the Marine Corps is my father's a Marine. And I come from a strong family of males that were Marines. Military period, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps. So I've always had good work ethic, from the age of 8. And I've always taken initiative. And I don't like being on the forefront. I will if I have to be, but I fall back and I handle business by falling back because I'm very good. I work with children for 30 years from all socioeconomic backgrounds in 2 systems, the criminal justice system and K-12 education. So very, very blessed working with children and their families for 30 years. And the one thing, kids taught me a lot. They taught me how to meet individuals where they're at. That's what kids bring into your life. So my work ethic, it's a part of my life. It's not something I ever think about. And what I want to encourage you young people to do is to always separate yourselves, because that article I just read, that applies to entrepreneurs as well. Entrepreneurs got to have one hell of a work ethic. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you just think you're going to be able to make money by sitting, back and waiting for things to come to you, that's not going to happen. You have to be a go-getter. You have to get up every morning. You got to handle your business. And most entrepreneurs, if you don't think you're going to put in 100 hours a week, you're crazy. That's what's going to happen because you're an entrepreneur and you're always trying to ensure that your hustle is working, right? Everybody has a hustle. Some people have side hustles when they're working full time and work for companies. Entrepreneurs, they have a hustle because they work for themselves. When you talk about today's companies, they're cutthroat. They don't give a shit. They will let you go in a heartbeat. That's most companies, right? The way a lot of companies look at it, you're replaceable because all companies require your labor. So you have to understand your labor and as far as the intensity of your labor. It's called being labor intensive, right? And my advice to you and sharing my wisdom with millennials and Gen Z is never commit to a company not understanding that you have to be prepared to move and make adjustments when necessary because it will cut your throat. These companies today are cutthroat. They don't give a shit. They just don't, right? So for me, loyalty is big. And I know these companies aren't loyal. So be loyal to yourself. Invest in yourself. Build on your skill set yourself. So that way, if you're ever working for a company and they decide to let you go, it's not so much of a shock to your system because you have to always be prepared to make adjustments, millennials and Gen Z. That's just how I live my life. And like I said, I worked in 2 industries that were 100% recession proof. So I knew I was always going to be employed because I have a hell of a skill set, right? And my work ethic is second to none. So millennials and Gen Z, keep your heads up, keep your chest high, handle your business, right? But at the end of the day, you have the final say. It's always either going to be a yes or it's going to be a no. But control your destiny, control your path. Goals change because you don't know if you're in your early 20s, by the time you're in your 30s, life happens, right? I'm 59 years of age. I turned 60 in 2025. God has been good to me. So millennials and Gen Z, share my wisdom podcast with Uncle E. I'm just sharing my wisdom with you. I want to see you all be successful. But you have to be honest with yourself. You have to handle your business day in and day out. You have to wake up being prepared to grind. There's no way around it. As you get older, trust me, it gets a hell of a lot more challenging, particularly when you start having families and bringing kids into this world. Your life changes forever. For the better, but it changes forever. Okay. So, millennials and Gen Z, I appreciate you. And this live stream is done. I live stream once a week, millennials and Gen Z. I welcome you all. I love being around young people. I really, really do love being around you, millennials and Gen Z, because you keep a brother challenged. You keep me going. The discussions that I have with millennials and Gen Z. Having 4 adult daughters. 2 of my daughters are millennials and 2 of my daughters are Gen Z girls. Women. So I love everything about my baby girls. Can't get enough of them. I'm so proud of them. They're amazing women. I'm blessed. I did a very, very amazing, outstanding job, consistent job with my baby girls. So them sisters are good. All right. Millennials and Gen Z, we're done. Sharing my wisdom podcast with Uncle E. Feel free to share my videos, subscribe, like, share. Right? And I'm growing my YouTube channel organically. And I just, like I said, I'm so blessed. Okay. All right. Mis amigos. Hasta la próxima semana. Paz. Adios. I'm out, my Spanish speakers. All right, millennials and Gen Z. Share my wisdom podcast with Uncle E. I'm the coolest uncle on the internet. If you didn't know, now you know. Yeah. All right, millennials and Gen Z. I'll holla at you next week. I'm out. Peace.